This is our time, and yeah, we gon' shine. You better put your blockers on before you get blind. Wildcats gon' win. Yeah, we all in.
The Sports Corner. I'm your host, Dominique Williams, and joining me, I have Felix Reyes Jr. and Timothy White Jr. On today's show, we'll be discussing UFC's fight with Ronda Rousey, Week 10 review of NFL, VCU's men's basketball, and much more sports. So let's get this play started. We start with Tim for a special edition for this week's Street Corner.
Let's get to it.
What's up, y'all? I know it's a rare occasion to see me out here, but it's your boy Timothy White. I decided to come out here at the great Bethune-Cookman University during their annual Rattler Roast before the Classic game and, get a little insight on what the students think about Ronda Rousey getting knocked out. Let's get to it.
Fortunately, she had lost because she was undefeated, but she was talking a lot of trash, and sometimes when you talk a lot of trash, you got to back it up. She couldn't back it up, so, hey, it is what it is.
Basically, it was like a down goes Frazier moment for me. I feel when you talk a lot of trash, you got to back it up. So she, she got she got a slice of humble pie, so that's how I feel about it.
I feel like she just went in too cocky. She said she wasn't going to lose because she was undefeated, but she obviously lost. But all the great fighters have lost at least once. Ali even got knocked out, so it's not a big issue.
It was like down goes Frazier. Like, it was the end of a myth. Like, the legend finally, it was like David versus Goliath. Nobody saw it coming. It was like when Tyson got knocked out. I woke up and I was hyped. I was like, it was a good time to be alive. I couldn't stand her behind.
I feel like she came in thinking that since she was the undefeated, since she was the champion, that she underestimated her opponent, and then so her opponent felt like she was against everybody, so that gave her momentum, and she came out with a victory. Because if you think you're the best at everything, then you go take less of somebody else. So yeah.
She is so cocky, she deserves what she got. That's how I feel.
Well, there you have it, folks. A few of the great students of Bethune-Cookman University had a thing or two to say about Ronda Rousey getting knocked out, and it seemed like majority of them felt like she deserved it. Maybe she needed to humble herself. Me personally, I felt a little bit of the same way, but we'll go into discussion once we get back to the studio. Take it away, Dominique.
Well, down goes Rousey as she suffered her first loss in this past Saturday against Holly Holm as she knocked out Rousey to win the UFC Women's Bantamweight Championship. So, what were your reactions? Tim, let's start with you.
Well, like I said, a lot of people on the quad really did feel like, she deserved it. And to be honest with you, I don't want to be that harsh about it.
Right.
Because, there are a lot of cocky athletes and that people love to hate. Mayweather, for example,
right.
Kobe Bryant's one of them. So, like my man said, every great player or great boxer or fighter is going to take a loss sooner or later.
Right, unless you're Mayweather.
Unless you're Floyd Mayweather and you run away a lot.
I'm about to say, in that case, you get to choose your opponent. So
yeah, but in Rousey's case, she took a loss, and the crazy thing is, the celebrities on Twitter had a lot to say about it. Donald Trump, for example, stated, and I quote, "Glad to see Ronda Rousey lose her championship fight last night. Was soundly beaten, not a nice person." Wow, that's
right.
that's a little
I feel
shocking.
like a lot of this had to do a little bit more with her speaking out against Floyd Mayweather, and I feel like a lot of people were rooting for her to lose just so they could try to rub it in her face or something like that.
Yeah, and there were
talk about in the media,
and there were a few
Right.
people that supported Donald Trump's tweet and whatnot. But then you had people of the hashtag Team Rousey camp, like Demi Lovato. She stated, and I quote, at UFC, y'all better have the rematch in the US, ... If so, I'll be there, hashtag UFC 193, hashtag Team Rousey. And then you had guys who were just trying to make jokes out of the situation, like Freddie Prinze Jr., who stated, Somewhere in South California, very soon, Ronda's mother will be choking out Ronda's boxing coach.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, I
After
didn't think
suffering that loss.
It was just crazy because Holly Holm, I did not know about her, but we should have known something was up when she made it out the first round.
Definitely.
Nobody makes it out the first round with Ronda Rousey.
Nobody makes it out the first 30 seconds.
Right.
Wait,
but,
30 or actually 14 seconds. Don't forget
Even
about that fight.
That.
but she imposed her will the entire fight. She was a boxing champion, and it definitely showed. She wouldn't let Rousey take her down, and when they did go down, it wasn't for long. She definitely turned this into a fist fight and made Rousey fight more so her style than Rousey fighting her own style.
Yeah, 'cause
Definitely.
as you see, like she kept going on and still
Right.
kept attacking, and just didn't let her get up for nothing.
Exactly. She stayed on her feet for the most part, and it just turned into a fist fight where she was more comfortable.
And the crazy thing is, last month, Rousey made an appearance on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, where she jokingly predicted how the fight would go down. She told Jimmy, Holmes undefeated and amazing athlete, but I think my biggest, the biggest threat definitely to me. Excuse me. She stated, especially on paper, she's the type of fighter that you have to be very, very patient with. I feel like she's gonna try and like keep her distance and keep far away from me until I get frustrated to the point where I make a mistake and then she might kick me in the head. As you can see, she stated that. And she pretty much predicted the future. That's pretty much what happened.
Right. That's to a T, though. Like, what do you think about Floyd Mayweather actually came out and said that he would help Rousey
That's
with their
just
boxing? Do you think it was
that's
funny?
just I
or
honestly
even
feel like
serious?
that's just Floyd saying, well, ha ha ha. As you can see, I'm still the top dog. But you know what?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead. Come be a part of team Money Mayweather,
team?
the money team. Come be a part of the money team. I
Right.
feel like that's just Floyd like taking her under his wing.
I feel like with her being so close to the T of the, what she was saying, how the fight was predicted, kind of went that way. So it kind of like stirs up like a little hostility. Could it have been, fixed or
You
it
couldn't
just
pay me enough to
happened
take that kick.
coincidence?
Definitely
Pay me
not.
enough to take that beat.
Definitely not.
No?
I don't think
But
so.
it definitely does strike up a
could-
lot of
right.
opinions, and there are a lot of things going around, especially via social media, about how, Rousey could have thrown the fight, or how Holm basically was going to win from the start, and that's just the way it was going to be. People have their own little conspiracy theories about the
Right.
situation, but until either one of them speaks out on it and basically wholeheartedly states that, okay, this fight was fixed from the beginning, then it would just be nothing but pure rumors.
Right. And just because Rousey lost doesn't mean she's not a great fighter still. Many and plenty of great fighters lost at least once in their career.
Like I
Muhammad
stated.
Ali,
Like who?
Tyson, Lennox Lewis, just to name a few. Like, they've all lost in their careers before. So,
Definitely.
and they're still
But it's nothing.
very respected.
But it's nothing like having that title that you never lost, though.
That's true. But I bet in his heyday, Mike Tyson could knock out Floyd Mayweather.
Definitely.
So, I mean, like,
Definitely.
So that's what I mean.
But
like,
we're not
just
gonna we're not gonna get
because
on
you're
that.
undefeated
That's
doesn't
another
mean you're
topic for another
right. Just
day.
because you're undefeated doesn't mean you're absolutely the best. Floyd's undefeated, but I don't think he's the best boxer of all time. Like, so that's just my opinion, but I don't think so.
Wow.
All right.
They said it. So, the Minnesota Vikings took on the Raiders this past Sunday in Oakland, California. Vikings beat the Raiders with the score of 30-14, making their record 7-2 and are number 1 in the NFC division. Are they for real? So, Tim, are they for real?
Oh man.
Are they?
As much as it hurts me to say this, man, look. The Raiders just couldn't get the job done. The Vikings are for real, without a doubt.
Oh, we agree on
Bridgewater, 14 for 22, 140 yards, 1 touchdown. And where is he from?
You know where he's from?
No, where is
Miami.
he? Miami. Oh, okay. Shout out
Great
to
talent
Miami.
comes from.
Shout out
Oh,
to
great
Miami. But back to the subject matter. Derek Carr, man, the thing is, he passed for 302 yards, 2 touchdowns, but also threw 2 interceptions.
Right.
And the thing is, the rushing from Murray was only 12 carries for 48 yards. They held Murray to 48 yards. The Raiders offense, young gun offense, just pretty much kind of like the Vikings, besides Adrian Peterson, who had a breakout game, by the way. But my whole theory to how the Vikings beat the Raiders, they let Derek Carr just keep on slinging it. And they kept the Raiders from rushing. Because if you keep Derek Carr is the type of quarterback, reminds me of a young Brett Favre, where he's not afraid to take that risky throw. Gotcha. He's not afraid to, okay, let's see what we can do. Let's see if I can squeeze this in real quick. And since they stopped the running game, it caused Derek Carr to just keep on taking these chances. Right. And obviously it led to 2 turnovers, which costed them the game.
When you're playing from behind, you kind of have to throw the ball. You kind of have to abandon the run.
Exactly.
Which doesn't help. But
exactly.
I also agree. I think the Vikings are for real. Their record is 7-2. They're first in their division. While the Packers have lost 3, they've won 5 straight. And Adrian Peterson is definitely back like he's never left.
Oh, yes.
961 rushing yards. I thought he might get to 200. 2,000. That was my bold prediction before the season. But he still has 200 more yards than the next closest back. So he's dominating. Like
definitely had a flashback game.
Right. And the experts seem to think they're for real as well. They're number 5 in the ESPN power rankings this week. So.
And also, another thing I'd like to note, like I said, it painfully hurts me to say this, but Teddy Bridgewater is the real deal. With all seriousness, the statistics from Teddy Bridgewater's first 20 career starts look quite similar to numbers from the bad man himself, Aaron Rodgers. And on top of that, as you can see, Aaron Rodgers went 25 for 26 in his first 20 career starts. Bridgewater, he went 18 for 12, excuse me. And then Bridgewater is 12 for 8 in the win and losing column with a percentage of 63% for Aaron Rodgers and a percentage of 64% for Bridgewater. Mm-hmm. Total QBR, Bridgewater has 59. In the first 20 career starts for Aaron Rodgers, he had 57. So if you're going to be compared to anybody, why not Aaron Rodgers, you know?
Definitely a great person.
22, right? Like I said, he's 22.
Definitely.
Younger than what?
Younger than
what he came in, right?
Yeah, when Aaron Rodgers first started, when he had his first 20 career starts, he was 25 going on 26.
Right. Remember, he had to sit behind Brett Favre for at least 2 to 3 years before he even got his chance, though, too.
Definitely.
So that kind of goes into play, but.
Well, yeah.
Their strength of schedule isn't that great, though, with the combined winning percentage of 34%. But if people are going to bring that up, then you got to talk about the other teams in the NFC playoffs, whose combined winning percentage for their opponents isn't that great as well. The Panthers, who are 9-0, only have a 42% combined winning percentage from the teams that they've beat. And then the Cardinals, Packers, and Falcons all are under 40%, while the Giants are right at 40%. So their strength of schedule isn't that great, but compared to the other NFC playoff teams, it's right up there with them.
And to an extent, I honestly feel like the Vikings, as long as they have that rushing game on full throttle with Adrian Peterson, and I feel like the Vikings, they're a pretty legit threat. The only thing I would have to worry about with them is regarding their defense. Can their defense seal the deal for them? Because as long as the offense is rotating, you still have a chance. The offense going on all cylinders, the Vikings will still have a chance. But if the defense can't seal the deal, can't put the icing on the cake, then they're out of luck.
Well. All right, so the New York Giants faced the New England Patriots also this past Sunday. While a lot of fans hope for the Giants to end the Patriots' perfect record, unfortunately, the Patriots remain unbeaten. Did the Patriots win or did the Giants lose?
Patriots won.
Really?
Patriots
wow, we are here today. We are here today.
They don't know how to lose, Dom.
They don't know how to lose.
They've lost to the Giants before in the past.
They
so
don't know how to lose.
They don't know how to lose. I guarantee we beat them twice in the Super Bowl, both times.
Hey, man, that was past. We talking about this past Sunday, though.
But, yes, definitely. Steven Gostkowski? Gostowski. Steven Gostowski snuck in a 54-yard field goal with 1 second left Sunday to give the Patriots a comeback 27-26 win over the Giants to stay perfect as they move to 9-0. And the thing is, the Patriots, that just lets you know that the Patriots are just that mentally stronger than the Giants. There were 3 lead changes in the fourth quarter alone. The Patriots overcame some big mistakes as well.
Dom, you look so uninterested right now.
Because it's our Giants I'm talking about. But the thing is, no, these are straight facts. the Patriots overcame some big mistakes at like the holding call overturned a touchdown by Blunt in the fourth quarter.
Right.
And terrific Tom wasn't so terrific as he threw an interception and the Giants actually capitalized off of that interception.
Right.
So, I mean, but the Patriots definitely, you know, got their act back together. And the thing is, this is the first time the Patriots beat the Giants since 2007.
Right.
You know that, right? And the difference is the difference is from 2007 to now is the fact that the Giants defense isn't what it used to be.
That pass rush isn't getting to the quarterback at all.
Exactly. They were not pressuring Tom Brady enough as they needed to. Therefore, Tom had time to relax and guess what? Be terrific.
We just need a quarterback that's better than Tom Brady. That's all.
And it's definitely not Eli, so back to the drawing board.
I said we
The other
need
thing
another
is,
quarterback.
you can't beat the Patriots with field goals. The Giants kicked too many field goals, and I know the rookie safety Landon Collins dropped an interception that could have sealed the game.
Well,
I know Odell Beckham scored a touchdown that was overturned, but at the end of the day, Tom Brady's going to Tom Brady. Gronk is going to Gronk.
But you know, we always beat the Patriots by a field goal, though. Both times.
Always, but that's in the Super Bowl. That passer.
But I'm just saying,
Exactly.
you can't say the
Stop
Giants
dwelling
threw
on
too
the
many field
pass.
goals, but we beat the Patriots all the time with a field
With
goal.
a great pass rush as well that you
Exactly.
don't have anymore.
Exactly, and
Don't
that's
worry,
the
don't
reason
sleep
why
on
the
us 'cause
Patriots
we'll be there.
finally took that monkey of the
worry.
Giants off their back.
And
Don't
if you
worry.
don't play a perfect game, as you guys pretty much did in those Super Bowl wins, 9 times out of 10, the Patriots are going to beat you.
Exactly.
Which they did. Giants.
And also,
It's okay.
another thing, normally in the stretch, especially when the Giants I'm talking about out of nowhere, they just need a terrific, just unpredictable play on offense. They usually come through. Eli usually just closes his eyes,
right.
Just
prays,
He did have 2 lucky plays.
throws up a
in those
prayer,
Super Bowls as well.
throws up a prayer, hopes for the best, and then gets it. But this time, it didn't quite happen for them this
Right.
time.
The Giants.
So that's another thing.
Giants didn't finish the game, and the Patriots did. Plain and simple. But
Exactly. And this isn't, and for the people who think that this was the Giants were definitely supposed to win. This was a fake win for the Patriots.
It is.
What is
It is.
excuse me? What is a fake win?
let's
what
ask
says-
Dominique. She said
Same
it's a fake
way,
win.
the same way when we went to the Super Bowl and the Patriots and the fans were saying that the Giants had a fake win the first time in 07.
I don't recall that. I'll give the
I
Giants their
recall
props.
that. Definitely,
Right.
I recall
I'll get-
that in the 2012 Super Bowl.
Well, look, I gave the Giants their props when they won both times. So now I'm ready to give the Patriots, my second favorite team,
Well,
their
it's just a
props.
regular season win, so at the end of the day, it only matters in the
It's
playoffs
not like this
and
is-
after playoffs.
And it's
So,
not like this is the first time the Patriots have beat a team in such a how should I say
Dramatic fashion.
in just in such a dramatic fashion or a highly anticipated game by a field goal.
But-
So
It's still
As
by
well.
1 point, though. It shows right there that Patriots, they all right.
Yeah, they
Because
was
we
on the
still
road.
there. We still there by 1 point.
no,
They
I
only won by 1
honestly
point,
I
so
feel like the Giants just
can't really say
to
they're
keep
dominating.
themselves in it. The Giants just have the Patriots number. They just have their formula
They just
some way
played well
somehow.
against them.
Exactly.
But as well as the Patriots played, the Broncos didn't play so well.
Ooh.
In particular,
I've been
Peyton
gave up on
Manning.
the Broncos.
Ooh.
In particular, Peyton Manning. So,
Yes, definitely.
What do you think about Peyton Manning's performance?
I don't even watch the Broncos anymore. So, Tim, would you like to answer this?
Man, look, Peyton Manning did terrible. Peyton Manning, look, I remember when we had the street corner in the beginning of the semester talking about how, do you think Peyton should hang it up? A lot of people said yes, a lot of people said no. I was one of those people that said no. I felt like
You were one of those.
I
people.
felt like he had it. I felt like he had it in him. I felt like he could definitely, go maybe 2, 3, maybe 4 years, man. Look, Peyton Manning is now officially the Kobe Bryant of the NFL.
Hey man,
He's-
you ain't gotta do nothing.
He definitely, if this is not his last year, next season better
Well,
be.
You can't really just
That's
say
how I'm
this
looking
is,
at
oh,
it.
yeah, time for his retirement, all this. He did get the most passing yards in NFL history, so he did kind of.
Well, yeah.
Well, I'm not saying,
that's over longevity.
that's over
He's
longevity.
still doing what he has to do to get, all the records and everything, but
remember,
yes, he did have a bad game.
Going
but
into
he still
that game,
did.
he only needed 3 yards.
Exactly.
He threw for 35.
Exactly. And he
He
threw
could
for
never throw anything.
35.
You never know what they were doing
35
in
yards.
these games.
With
That's
4
crazy.
interceptions and only completed 25% of his passes. That is not the Peyton Manning that I'm used to.
Definitely not the
watching. He's
Peyton Manning that
definitely
I'm
a
used to
shell
watching.
Of himself. And this was
Look, it's
probably
just one
his
game.
worst game ever. No, this
Everybody
is not just
has a
one
bad
game.
Look, like you guys said, every great athlete is gonna face a loss or a terrible,
Right.
But look,
performance.
but-
And this was Tom.
but look,
not
he
Tom,
is-
sorry,
he
Peyton
is-
Manning's bad
After
performances.
this is his 18th season in the
Right.
NFL.
Okay.
It's not too soon to say he's getting close to the end.
Right.
It's definitely not too soon.
He's
okay.
having his worst season statistically ever. Of his career.
Definitely.
So I
Tied
don't
for
think it's too
second.
easy.
Out of his career stats, he tied for second most interceptions so far in his career. He threw 17 interceptions in 2010, but threw 33 touchdowns as well. He only
Right.
has 9 touchdowns thrown so far this year.
That's ridiculous. And I'm sorry to say it, but it's just like that's the reality of the situation. Like this has to be his last year. He already has plantar fascia in his left foot, a torn plantar fascia in his left foot. So
And now we're bringing. And honestly, I don't want to make it seem like I'm a Peyton Manning hater because I like Peyton
Right.
Manning. I think he's a great guy, definitely a great football player. But at the end of the day, people are now all of a sudden starting to come up with these. Oh, Peyton Manning was injured. He had these
Right,
injuries.
right.
He had these injuries after this horrible performance. If
That
Peyton
was
Manning
2
had a
seasons ago.
if
No,
Peyton
they were
Manning,
saying that
hold
after
on,
this game.
After this game, but if Peyton Manning had a win and he played great, say he threw over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, I don't think these injuries would have been brought up.
they probably would have brought him up and he would have been a hero. Like, oh, he's so strong and he's
Suffered
a
through all
warrior.
these and,
Right,
you know.
Yeah,
exactly.
but now they're using
But
that.
now it's the
oh,
other way.
Injured
There's an
and
excuse.
all
He's
this.
injured.
Right.
He's getting old. Well, nobody told him to come back. Just like nobody told Brett Favre to come back, but he
All
just.
them times.
Right. All
Like,
those
it
times.
was like
Nobody
a
knew to
10.
come back.
But at the end of the day, I don't think Peyton Manning is Brett Favre. I think Peyton Manning knows when to hang it up, and hopefully
Right.
by the end of the season, unless things make a miraculous turn for the better.
This is going to be
Hopefully
his
by-
last chance at the
No,
Super
he's
Bowl.
going to come back and say, another one.
Okay, Khaled.
Okay.
But
Okay.
if he comes back, if he can find a way to make a recovery and come back, this is going to be his last shot at a Super Bowl if they make the playoffs. This has got to be it. He's gonna
That's
have
what I'm
to
saying. Like, and
Try
don't-
to motivate them like Ray Lewis did and go out for one last ride. 'Cause
Hey,
this is it.
they
I
could
can't see him
they
coming
could
back
fix
another
the
season.
postseason and make the Broncos go to the Super Bowl and have, you know, the whole him going out like this
You and
with
all
the
this-
championship.
these
I
fixes.
really believe in these fix and coincidence and all that, you know.
I'm not a big fan of that. But anyways, like I stated, all Peyton, unless he has a miraculous comeback in his stats rather, and just starts balling out of control,
Hey.
week 11 on forward into the playoffs if they go. But you know, other than that, it's time for him to go ahead and hang it up.
Hang it up.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
All right. Well,
Give up that jersey, player.
okay. Well, this past weekend, Bethune-Cookman University's men's basketball team opened up their season opener with a winning score of 108-52 against Trinity College. What are your thoughts on this year's team so far this early in the season?
They are exciting.
Definitely.
Exciting to watch.
Definitely.
They're 2-0 in the season so far. They beat Trinity College and they went on the road to beat UT Martin. 108 in the opener, won by over 50 points. They balled out.
Yeah.
They-
Shout out to Mario Moody.
Right.
Mario Moody's dunks and double-double made for a memorable opening night for Bethune-Cookman against Trinity College.
Off the backboard.
Off the backboard. Yes, I know you just saw that.
Right.
That was ridiculous. Moody finished with 22 points and 11 rebounds. Like you stated, helped Bethune-Cookman beat Trinity College 108-54, and the Wildcats enjoyed 52. Well,
I
as
know,
the,
I kept getting
the
confused
Wildcats
with that.
enjoyed
Right.
their
They
largest
scored at the end
opening.
or something.
The Wildcats enjoyed their largest opening night victory in program history. So that was definitely a
Right.
good note going into the rest of the season.
It was great to see them play that well, especially when they have new players up and down their roster. They only have 2 returning players from last season, which are Ricky Johnson Jr. and Denzel Doolin. But these 2 new guys that are making a splash, Mario Moody and Jordan Potts.
Pots.
They've been
Uh,
balls.
honestly,
They seem like the real deal.
For being here for
Definitely.
3 years already, watching this season, I feel like changing the whole roster. And yes, keeping Ricky Johnson Jr. because you always need that one player
Right.
that's just
That's
been,
been
there
there.
to keep the team
Been
and
there,
lead the
done that.
team. And
Right.
it's like, I think this season they'll have a good chance, like competing in the MEAC as well.
Tell you what,
Right.
they got a lot younger, they got a lot faster,
And-
they got a lot more intense, and it
I
looked
just
like
have to
when
say-
they go out to the court, they actually look like they want
Right.
to play.
Yes,
They've
actually,
gotten
from the
way more
beginning, like
athletic.
during their warm-ups and everything, everybody was just like, whoa, like we never
Right.
seen the team play
Because
like
the
this or act
warm-ups
like
were,
this.
this had to be, in history, the greatest warm-up of all time in Bethune-Cookman
Really has.
history.
Really
I
was.
swear they did not miss. I was there courtside. They did not miss a shot during the warm-ups.
They
It was
did.
ridiculous.
The dunks, everything. It
Right.
was just the hype
All
and the
that.
intensity. They just knew they was like gonna have a great game, and they did. And
They went out and did
executed
just that.
very well.
They have a lot of length on this
Yes.
team.
Definitely.
Moody's 6'7",
Look,
Smith is 6'7".
shout out to the head coach for
Right.
making good choices
Ravel,
this
Craig.
season.
It's about
The
time.
recruiting class this year, or the players you
It's
chose this year, are
about
way better than the past
time.
years.
Right.
It's about time. I
Moody's
couldn't say
averaging
it more.
16 points per game and 10 rebounds, while Potts is averaging 19.5 points per game and 8 assists. So we'll see how this season goes, but I'm really liking what I see right now from these guys.
And
I see
also,
them
Very
as a
exciting.
big contender for the
in the
MEAC.
game, in the second game of the season against Tennessee Martin, Ricky Johnson also scored 15 points, the veteran point guard on the team, including 4 free throws down the stretch. LaRon Smith posted his second straight double-double, 11 points, 10 rebounds, and Mario Moody had 10 as well. Wildcats are 2-0. First time since they won the 2010-2011 Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference regular season championship. So the MEAC is definitely in clear view. The MEAC championship
So
is definitely
it's not only
in clear
BCU
view.
football that's big contender to MEAC. You got men's basketball as
Hell
well.
Wildcat.
Hopefully they can keep it going for the rest of the season.
I think
Definitely
they will.
be more entertaining to watch than last year.
Well, hey Tim or Felix, so we got any?
We definitely,
We definitely
have a
that
top
top 5.
five. Let's get right to it.
Let's go.
We got Southern Alabama. Tayshaun Johnson missed, but
Get
the
over
putback
here.
by
Okay.
Mopu Kelly.
Okay.
We got
you
our
already
favorite
know.
player, Westbrook.
Westbrook.
Punishing the rim.
Sit down, young boy.
Sit down.
Look at that. Look at that.
Told him to have a
You
seat.
can't handle it.
You
He
can't.
just goes by you like, whoosh, he's like a flash.
You can't stand
Like the
it.
Flash.
He just goes by you. The wind knocked him down. He didn't even have to touch him.
Number 3, we got Texas Tech running back
Okay.
DeAndre Washington.
Straight up the gut.
80-yard
Ooh.
touchdown. And he breaks a couple more tackles. Check this out. Get off. One more up.
Okay, little boy.
As he scampers into the end zone. Here we go. Number 2,
this
Kawhi Leonard. First
Yo!
takeoff.
Okay, Kawhi Leonard is no joke, folks. This is
Definitely a rising superstar.
This is definitely LeBron's kryptonite right here.
Kawhi making it cool to have breaks again.
Right?
But we got Stanford for the 4-yard touchdown.
Okay. Sealing the deal.
But on the 2-point conversion, unable to convert. And this actually killed all their chances of trying to make the college football playoff.
Man, what a great
Wow. What a great defense right there.
defender.
Right. Way to keep the conference out of the college football playoffs.
Definitely.
If we can't make it, nobody can make it.
Right.
Apparently that was their motto.
Well, that was a great highlights, you guys. I like that. I always look forward to top 5 from you guys.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you so much.
We
Shout out to
appreciate
Bert, by the way.
Yes.
Bert.
All right. So that's all we have for you today. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at BCU Sports Corner. From Felix Reyes Jr. and Timothy White Jr. and myself, Dominique Williams. Be sure to keep sports in your corner.
Pray for FAMU.
This is
Ain't nothing wrong with them.
They
Just
football
1-9.
team just
You
won
better
at 9.
put your blockers on before